Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin has dipped below the orange support region today. That is a support region that is weak, unfortunately, because it's dealing, or we're dealing here with a B wave, right? And B waves can sometimes break support. It's not a big deal. They sometimes do that to catch the stops below the previous low. Here, for example, the lows from the 20th of December. And those previous swing low, that there will be stops below these lows, and here as well, 5th of December low and the 20th of December low. So especially B waves like to run for stops sometimes, either to form a double bottom or maybe slightly break below the previous low. You never know with B waves, which is why I often say that Fibonacci support for B waves is less reliable. So one of my updates earlier today for members on Discord was about, okay, I see this still as a B wave. At least that's one scenario to consider. So still the internal B wave, no change. We just broke below the previous swing low here from the Monday low, which is obviously already shifting probability slightly towards one more low, but we can still consider it to be the B wave, right? It's too early to rule it out. So pretty much no change, just with the difference that we broke below the Monday low, but it could be an A, B, C still, and then one more low. I mean, if we do this, I consider this the B wave anyway. So A wave down, then an A, B, C to the upside, and it could still go a little lower, no problem, before we then go higher in wave C, even though for clarity, obviously, we normally want to see the market hold the 78.6 retracement. Okay, in this case, not happening, but it can still recover here in a C wave. But we haven't seen any convincing rally from the low, so that's what I'm watching for. The C wave should be a 5-wave move, so once we see a first rally and a higher low, that could be a setup for higher. That's one scenario, and then obviously just A, B, C in wave B, and then the larger C wave decline into the mid 80k region. We can calculate their target more precisely once we have that B wave top in place. But to keep that white scenario alive, the market should show a reaction from this region at the latest. Yeah. So let's adjust that. And if we go up in wave C of B, the first target is now 99,725. Now, due to the break of Fibonacci support, and I can remove it now, we don't need it anymore. It is also possible that we're just going for just one more low here, in which case there could be some support around 90k. And remember that I also shared with you the area around 91k should and could provide some support. That's the stop run I was talking about, because around 91k, and we took a look at that in the earlier video yesterday, I think even, it's the VRVP. There is a spike, a volume spike around 91k, not a massive one, but here, that's pretty much the next one, right? So we had a lot of historical volume here in this area with point of control around 98.5k, but then here a bit of an insufficiency, and then it's picking up again around 91.8, but specifically closer to 91k, 91.2k. And this is where these previous swing lows are located from the 5th of December and even end of November. So we'll see if the B wave does that. Again, they can overshoot to the downside. That should be clear. It's just whenever we make a new low locally, it could already be part of the next move down. It's just that this move down looks so corrective. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an open mind. In practice, it doesn't make a great difference whether I label it wave 5 or an extension of the A wave, right, or a B wave. The trend is still down locally without any upside reversal pattern, but it's an area to watch. And interestingly, altcoins are going up. So before we close this video, I'd like to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, because this, at least for now, seems to be coming down again. Bitcoin dominance is worth focusing on. And yeah, we have a reaction to our, well, that's interesting, reaction to our resistance area and a break out of the wedge pattern. We talked about this in the last few days, very specifically. I highlighted to you down here. We're probably setting up for a rally into resistance, and we can watch for a reaction here. And again, someone asked me, how can you do Elliott Wave analysis on Bitcoin dominance, because it's not a tradable asset? And I said, yeah, you can't really. We just use the patterns here for to identify some tendencies, okay? And I think it has some value. I mean, you see that at least there's a reaction. I mean, I don't call it really predictive, but it gives us some areas to watch. Okay, that's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Today, by the way, I uploaded a NEAR video, NEAR USD, on X on Twitter. You guys voted for that on X. Every week I cover one coin specifically, exclusively there. So if you're interested in that, check it out. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.